Hello students, today we are going to discuss about information and communication. After this discussion, you will be able to understand the modern communication technology, importance of telecommunication, career options in telecommunication as a geography student, generation of computer, network such as internet, types of computer, storage devices, computer paradigm, wireless technologies, digital convergence, info superhighway. The communication industry in India is one of the rapidly emerging sectors in India. The growth in communication industry is triggered by an increase in the revenue generated from both landline and mobile facilities. Telecommunication is transmission of messages over distance for the purpose of communication. Telecommunications play an important role in the world economy and the worldwide telecommunication industry's revenue. Modern telecommunication systems are quite capable of transmitting large volume of information over long distances through telephone, fax, radio, television, etc. India is the fourth largest telecom market in Asia after China, Japan and South Korea. E-communication is modern system of communication, though an electronic medium. E-commerce denote electronic transmission of information. Conducting business electronically is an important area for growth of IT systems. The first is the electronic mail. Now, what is electronic mail? Let me explain you. Email is a mode to transmit the message from one person to another through computerized channel. Now, what is facsimile or fax? It is equipment that transmits a digitized exact image of document over telephone lines. You may have heard voicemail. Nowadays, it's very common. Voicemail is similar to an answering machine in that it permits a caller to leave a voice message in a voicemail box. Nowadays, video conferencing is also very much relevant because of this current COVID situation. Video conferencing involves the use of computers, television, cameras and communication software and equipment too. This equipment makes it possible to conduct electronic meetings while the participants are at different locations. And the fifth one is internet. The internet is recent evolving global network of computer network that facilitates access to information on thousands of topics. The internet is utilized by millions of people daily. Telecommunication is not a new concept. It began in the 1800s with the invention of telegraph, whereby sounds were translated manually into words. Then telephone developed in 1876, transmitted voices, and then teletypewriter. This was developed in the early 1900s and was able to transmit the written words. Communication is a hugely important aspect not only for people around the world but also small and large business. A world without telecommunication would not be possible. It provides business, money and market stability in the world. Development in telecommunication provides helpful research and foundation for other technologies. This was helped tremendously with such things as war, weather problem, geographical problem, illness and health and trade too. Telecommunication is of utmost importance for achievement of country's social and economic goals. India has 10th largest telecom network in the world measured in terms of number of phones. The Government of India recognizes that provision of world-class telecommunication infrastructure and information is the key to rapid economic and social development of the country. It is critically not only for the development of the information technology industry but also had widespread ramifications. In other words, I can say consequences of the entire economy of the country. Advancement in information and communication technology has demonstrated opportunities to the people to utilize it in their socio-economic and cultural development in a much better way. Rural telecommunication has been an important area on which the government has been giving sustained emphasis. The reforms undertaken in the telecommunication sector since 1991 has resulted in unprecedented growth of telecommunication in India. India is mobile telephony. It was in 1995 introduced, and just after 3 years the users capacity was around 1 lakh cell phone user in 4 metro cities. With the expansion of electronic media, telecom industry has become one of the fast growing sectors. In this era of information and communication, more digitally enhanced communication devices like mobile, internet, satellites are paving way to expansion for the wider reach of communication technology. Telecommunication is the electronic transmission of data, voice, image, video over network. The telecommunication jobs curriculum often include the management of networking system, computer networking, internet designing, wireless technology. Communication is usually important aspect not only for people around the world but also for small and large businesses. Telecommunication is of utmost importance for achievement of the country's social and economic goals. Telecommunication infrastructure and information is the key to rapid economic and social development of the country. The reforms undertaken in the telecommunication sector in India, as I mentioned, were from 1991, and this has resulted in unprecedented growth of telecommunication. This growth was achieved with the advent of computers in India. Computers and communication not only perform routine tasks like connecting cell phones, but with internet access, they give access towards digital info and the means to process. Computer is an electronic device which is capable of receiving the inputs, storing it for a desired period of time, manipulating it according to the set of instruction and producing the output in desired. The first generation computers that is started from 1942 to 1956. First generation computers used vacuum tubes which occupied huge space and consumed lot of electricity and relied on machine language to perform all computations. They could solve only one problem at a time. After that, the second generation of computer came, that was from 1956 to 1963. The second generation computers used transistors which allowed computers to become smaller, faster, cheaper, more energy efficient and reliable. These computers used assembly language. Now, the third generation, that was from 1964 to 1971, in which transistors were replaced by integrated circuit chips, which drastically increased the speed and efficiencies of computer. These computers could handle multiple programs and applications at a time. And then fourth phase came. That phase is since 1971 till now, in which integrated circuits were replaced by microprocessors which could be linked together to form networks, which eventually led to the development of internet. This generation saw the development of GUIs, mouses and handheld devices. And the fifth generation. Fifth generation is about artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence in Alan Turing and John McCarthy are the fathers of artificial intelligence, in which voice recognition, quantum computers and molecular nanotechnology will change the face of the computers in the years to come. Internet is a global system of interconnected computers network that use the standard internet protocol suite TCP/IP to serve billion of users worldwide. What is ARPANET? That is known as Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, was the world's first operational packet switching networks. The computers can be classified based on the principle of operation, configuration such as size, speed, storage capacity based on the principle of operations. Computer can be classified mainly into three types. One is analog, second is digital, and third one is hybrid. Now, what are analog computers? Work on continuous range of values and provides approximate, for example, voltage, pressure, temperature, speeds, etc. What are digital computers? These solve problems by performing calculations and by dealing with each number digit by digit. It uses binary system which uses only 0 or 1. These computers are used for solving complex problems in engineering and technology. And the third one is the hybrid computers. This combines the desirable features of analog and digital computers. It is mostly used for automatic operations of complicated physical processes and machines. So, based on configuration, computers can be further classified into 4 subtypes such as supercomputers, mainframe computers, mini computers, microcomputers. Now, you might have heard supercomputers. What are the supercomputers? Supercomputers are employed for specialized applications that require immense amount of mathematical calculations. They are the best in terms of processing capacity but are very expensive. They are used for weather forecasting, animated graphics, fluid dynamic calculation, nuclear energy research, petroleum exploration, climate modeling. Some of the companies which produces supercomputers, these are IBM, Hewlett Packard, etc. As of November 2015, China's 𝗬𝗎 is the fastest supercomputer in the world. It could perform at a speed of 33.86 PF/LOPS. India's supercomputer program started in the late 1980s and Param 8000 was India's first supercomputer. Param stands for Parallel Machine and it was developed by Center for Development of Advanced Computing CDAC in 1991 with a rating of 1. The power of supercomputer is measured by how many floating points, operations per second or flops per second. For example, 1 gigaflop is equal to 1 billion flop. The same way 1 petaflop, that is equal to 1000 trillion flops. These are different measures and a scale on the basis of which they measures. So far as India is concerned, as of November 2012, India has 8 supercomputers in the top 500 list ranking. You can refer this particular table, and I will also name few of the notable supercomputers in India. These are Saga 220, 𝗖𝗵, and Param, as I mentioned earlier also. Now, let me explain you a little bit about the mainframe computers. Mainframe computers processes data at a very high speed, for example, hundreds of millions instructions per second. MF computers can host multiple OS and operate a number of virtual machines. MF computers are used for highly critical applications such as banking, airline booking, railway booking, enterprise resource planning. Now, you may be thinking, what are the advantages of these computers? This MF can perform large scale transactions processing, for example, 1000 of transaction per second. This supports 1000s of users and applications program currently, manages terabytes of information in database, handled large bandwidth communication. Now, after knowing about microcomputer, a computer with a microprocessor and its CPU is known as microcomputer. When supplemented with a keyboard and mouse, microcomputers can be called as a personal computer. So, microcomputers can be classified into desktop, laptop, PDA, tablets, mini computer. What are the mini computers? Mini computer lies in between mainframe and microcomputers in terms of size and processing capacity. They are also known as mid-range system or workstations. First, I will explain about the parallel computing. Parallel computing is a form of computation in which many calculations are carried out simultaneously based on the principle that large problem can often be divided into smaller one which are then solved concurrently. The various types of parallel computings are bit level, instruction level, data level and task level. Now, let me explain you a bit about grid computing. Grid computers or computational grids enable the selection, sharing and aggregation of a wide variety of geographically distributed computational sources such as supercomputers, complete clusters, storage system, data sources, instruments and people, and present them as a single unified resource for solving large scale computer and data intensive applications. Another one is quantum computing. Quantum computer is a computation device that makes direct use of quantum mechanical phenomena such as superposition and entanglement to perform operations on data. Quantum computers use qubits to perform complex computations, which is the quantum analog of digital. Third one is cloud computing. Cloud computing is a comprehensive solution that delivers IT as a infrastructure services, platform as services, software as a services, security as a services, storage as a services, data as a services, that is known as DaaS, test environment as a services, desktop as a services, API as a services. What are the advantages of this? This reduces the cost, reduced use of personnel, robust scalability, availability, lower infrastructure cost, mobility, risk reduction. Now, another one is communication DTH. DTH can reach remote or rural areas. It offers digital quality signal which do not degrade the picture or sound quality. It also offers interactive channels and program guided, with customer having the choice to block out programming which they consider. The service providers in India of DTH are Tata Sky, Dish TV, different type of services which even you are using at your home. Another one is internet telephony. Internet telephony refers to communication services such as voice, fax, SMS voice messaging application that are transported via internet rather than PSTN, that is known as public switched telephone network. Another one is VoIP. This refers to communication protocol technology, methodologies and transmission techniques involved in the delivery of voice communication and multimedia associations over IP networks. Bluetooth is a proprietary open wireless standard for exchanging data over short distances, using short wavelength radio transmissions in the ISM band from 2400 to 2480 MHz from fixed and mobile devices, creating personal networks with high level of security. It is a wireless personal area network. Bluetooth uses a radio technology called frequency hopping spread spectrum in the range of industrial, scientific, medical ISM 2.4 GHz, that is short range radio frequency band. Bluetooth provides a secure way to connect and exchange information between devices such as fax, mobile phone, telephone, laptop system, that is known as GPS receiver, digital cameras and video games, etc. So, let me also explain a bit about Wi-Fi. What is Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi or wireless fidelity is a technology that allows an electronic devices to exchange data wirelessly using radio waves over a computer network, including high-speed internet connections. Another term is EDGEH. What is that? It's enhanced data rate for GSM. Evaluation of enhanced GPRS is a digital mobile phone technology that allows improved transmission rates as a backward extension of GSM. Supports data transfer speed up to 384 kbps. It is also known as 2.75G. Another one is UMTS, Universal Mobile Telesystem. This is a third generation broadband packet based transmission of text, digital voices, video, multimedia with data rate up to 2 Mbps based on the GSM. Another one is HSPA, High Speed Packet Access, is an amalgamation of two mobile technology protocols, HS downlink packet access and HS uplink packet access, that extend or and improves the performance of existing 3rd generation mobile telecommunication network utilizing WCDMA. Another one is EVDO, that is evaluation data only or data optimizing, is one of the several major 3G wireless data standard. Mobile devices that use EVDO technology can upload and download quickly, and the technology is always on whenever there is a single form of the wireless tower. Unlike a Wi-Fi connection, a device with EVDO does not need to have a wireless nearby or hotspot. Instead, the cell phone can itself become a hotspot and share its internet connections with other devices. Frequency band of such range is 450 MHz. Long-term evaluation. Long-term evolution is a mobile network 3G technology that is being developed by mobile operations on both GSM and CDMA technology paths. LTE network can deliver fast speed up to 100 Mbps in the downlink and 50 Mbps in this range. Another one is known as LTE advanced technology. These are the 4G technology enhanced data rate of first one is Gbps using higher order MIMO. These are known as WiMAX or worldwide interoperability for microwave access WiMAX providers. These are portable and high speed of broadband services. Wireless, so less expensive than capable or DSL and much easier to extend to suburban and rural areas. The broad coverage like cell phone network instead of a smaller Wi-Fi hotspots. These provide data, telecom, IPTV services also. The data speed up to 3 to 40 Mbps and up to 1 Gbps for fixed. Convergence is a confluence of computers, telephone and TV into a single system to provide information, communication and entertainment, that is known as ICE. Such a cyber confluence is expected to be implemented in the current decade for which government is contemplating a new regulation known as Communication, that is Carriage and Content Bill, which will facilitate the rapid growth and development of this domain. Information superhighway is a phrase that indicates the convergence of technology of computer, TV, phone into a single system providing high speed, high capacity data communication conducted that would allow exchange of multimedia data across the continent, enabling applications like videos, conferencing, transfer of images, sound, etc. And this is done widely across continent. So, this session dealt in the creation of information and communication technology, its development in context of India. ICT has undoubtedly changed the growth of our country, and in the current COVID time, the use of information technology is very crucial because it is not only used for office purposes, but it is also helping the students to continue their studies. It is also helping the officials to gather the data, to communicate different data from one place to another place. So, role of communication and technology is expanding each and every movement, and as a student of economic geography, you should know each and every term, each and every concept or development related to ICT.